Hey guys, slightly concussed cat here. We're going to be doing a little something different this week because I had a car accident, so we weren't able to record this weekend, but we are not going to leave you without some new content this Wednesday. So this is actually going to be a Patreon episode that we would usually just have exclusive. So you guys are getting a slice of what our patrons get. So if you like it, subscribe to our Patreon. It's a little bit more candid. It's a little less structured, but once again, it's us, and we hope you like it.
Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
What a feeling.
What a feeling to do a lot.
I'm realizing now, too, I very much need a real break.
So what are you going to do about it?
I don't know.
Bitch.
Okay. No clue.
Well, you need to really start being thoughtful about that then.
I know.
Because otherwise you're just
talking. What I really
talking.
would like to do is a artist retreat.
Ooh.
And
let's get with Box.
Okay.
I feel like she's the perfect person to do that with.
Right. And she's back in town.
She is.
Yeah.
She's
Oh, and
back.
she's on the hosting committee for the WNBA All-Star.
I saw that. Oh my goodness.
He's always been stupid.
Oh gosh, we're talking about, so guys, I pulled up Instagram. I'm uploading the live because we always usually go live right before we do our regular recording, and the thing that pops up right after that is that Nelly apologizes. I didn't know I had to agree with your political choices. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because it's an honor.
He's not apologizing. That's not an apology.
Yeah, no, that's not. I don't hear the word apologize or anything.
No,
he just said I didn't know I had to agree.
Nelly justifies his actions.
Justifies his motherfucking actions.
And you were an American. You can do whatever you want.
And that's what I was telling my husband, Keith. I was like, at the end of the day, is it surprising to me that Black and brown people would choose economic? I mean, he's saying it like, so you mean to tell me, Nelly, so now if he wasn't paying you for this engagement, would you still be doing it? You know what I mean? Is it just such an honor to your life that you can be doing this and put this on your resume? I doubt it. So it's kind of like, don't try to do that. Let's not do that. Let's not talk about.
This is stupid.
Like, I get what you're trying to say, but I also think that we have individual choices about representation and what we lend our voices to, what we lend our personhood and talent to. And so, no, we don't have to agree and you can pick this, but just be like, I'm a goddamn American. Everything in this country comes down to money, and I'm about my money. Like, at the end of the day, I respect it a lot more than you acting like it's a fucking honor, because I feel like you're playing yourself when you're saying that. He
seems the type of person to play himself, though. Like I said, I've never looked to Nelly for the way.
You should. God damn it.
Or the Saint Lunatics.
Right. And I mean, listen, you're iconic in your own right,
still
but I'm not looking to you.
Drop It Low or Hot
Drop
and
Down
Her.
and Get Your Eagle On, girl.
Yeah, Hot and Her was, I remember that came out the year we went to Cancun.
My God.
That was slapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see what's going on in Cancun. Like it out like at home. But like I said, it is some ratchet bird shit. So I can't be surprised when
Nelly. Well, wait, what about Snoop though?
Snoop thought that Game of Thrones was a historical reenactment of medieval times.
Did he?
Yes.
Aw, Snoop.
So also, I don't look to Snoop either.
Snoop.
He is a entertainer. The same way, even though right now I think Drake is on some simp shit, I'll still listen to his songs. It's just you're not my hero. None of these niggas are my heroes. You know who my hero is? Michelle Obama.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, her refusal.
I refuse to.
Her refusal to attend the inauguration of that racist is very admirable. I can really see why. And yeah, like I said, and Ricky Ross. Once again, you named yourself after another man.
Yeah.
Like that to me, which is weird. Like
the
he's not your
ultimate
daddy.
dick rider. Yeah, that's super weird.
Like that's never. Yeah, I don't respect any. You know who I do respect?
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. But I was gonna say, as far as like rappers go,
Megan
Kendrick
Stallion?
Lamar.
Oh.
I really respect his artistry, and he seems to be someone who has integrity. It doesn't mean like I co-sign everything he does, but I bet you won't see his ass at the inauguration, and I bet you'll have something to say at the Super Bowl.
I bet you Beyonce won't be there neither.
I bet you.
But Carrie Underwood, you
Once again,
know,
not
and it's like, of course,
surprised.
girl, of course.
Not surprised at
Yeah.
all. A lot of people, for one, underestimate how dangerous this path is. Like,
And it's just, and that's the thing, right? Like, no, go ahead. How dangerous the path is.
no, that was a perfect springboard.
Yeah. Well, I don't, like, to me, it just feels like, and it does suck that, like, black people on some level are expected to be constantly on this moral high ground. So, like, in some ways, I definitely understand just being like, bitch, I'm about this money, though, this money, because we are socialized to feel like that is the utmost.
And we're about to go into a recession. 'Cause
That
we always
part.
go into a recession when the Republicans
Yes.
take over.
As President Elon has told us, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, like if anyone pays attention, like the policies that the Democrats put in place are in effect when the Republicans in office. Like that's why a lot of people get it kind of fucked up and they like just
Yeah.
associate with what's going on right now with who's in office.
It's the overlap.
But because of like how laws work and things expire, blah blah blah. Like other than
my
when we
God.
had the panorama, you know what I mean? Like and things
was
had to move
hard.
a little faster. But even then, a lot of people enjoyed the Trump times because we had some socialism. Because we had to, because people had to stay home.
Bitch, you mean the checks?
Yeah, them checks.
That he didn't want to pass
Send
out? That,
well, I'm not even talking about just the stimulus. I'm talking about the enhanced unemployment.
Oh, yes,
Which
yes,
could have
yes.
kept going because that
Yeah.
really did help pump up the economy.
And it was nice to
It
have
was.
that,
It
yeah.
was. And they were also doing an enhanced earned income credit, so you get money for you get $250 a month for each of your kids.
Yeah.
And how that helped to lift a lot of kids out of poverty. And it was. A lot of stuff that people, because socialism's been so demonized in our society, like we can't really, they're like, why can't we get these programs? It's like, that shit's socialism.
Right.
It's not the devil.
they don't like it.
But like I said, we'll get into that in the book about how we've been given this myth about,
Some old bullshit, man.
yeah, white capitalism being the savior of the world when it's not really. It's
You
not,
know what?
It's not great.
It gets on my nerves. I'm going to go to my
What happened to your
Instagram real
case?
quick. Right here.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
get nervous.
You should. Thank you. Y'all see how she takes care of me? You know?
It sounded like that.
Because I thought about it for 2 seconds, and then I was like, I don't know. I didn't see it immediately, so I kept moving.
Like,
and
then I gave up.
I gave up instantly. I refused. Let's see. Footage of him being profiled. All right. I was going to look at my things that I sent to myself to see if there was anything that I wanted to talk about. Oh, some of this stuff might be for the episode. Ugh. Man, you know what? I might have to dedicate the. I think I might dedicate the episode to Bernice King.
I think so. She's a great follow on
Yeah,
Instagram.
don't act like everybody loved my father. He was
Yeah.
assassinated. Stop with that bullshit.
Right.
So
In broad
yeah,
daylight
that-
with
in
a
broad-
suit on.
Yeah. Okay. What is this? Carolina Atlantic. Oh, this. Here goes Snoop right here.
Which one of you jigaboo gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you. Osborne's the one that performs for himself. 5 minutes later.
Oh.
Look at Amanda. She's pissed.
I mean, I
Look.
guess.
Rick Ross. Really? They don't give a fuck about you, Rick. Your big stupid ass. Not the tap dancing sound. I hate their guts for that tap. The Soldier Boy tell 'em.
Coonin'.
Soldier Boy, they don't give a fuck about you, Soldier Boy. Look at Amanda.
Not your respectable table
I will address
Negro.
this further on Monday on Views from Amanda Land.
Oh,
Until
I like her
then,
a lot.
Those are cute.
understand that what you have considered to be the black community is changing right before your eyes.
Somebody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo
Is that a deep fake?
first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you. Osborne's the one that performs for himself.
That doesn't seem real.
Does it not?
No, that sounded like a deep fake. Just the angle of it and the inflection.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe, maybe not. But
And I mean, I will lean on him to dispel that. If that's not him, I would say that.
okay.
You know what I mean? If they had a video of me talking about some of that, and then I was like, no, actually, I've always loved capitalism, guys. That's why I was at the Olympics, being the whole ass mascot for the United States of America.
It
That's
wasn't
why
even Uncle Sam. It was Uncle
it
Snoop.
was Uncle Snoop out here. You know what I'm saying? But again, that tracks, right? Like, again, we just can't be surprised that Americans, no matter what shade they are at this point, are willing to basically.
Especially after they've been rich for a long time.
Yeah, you're out of touch.
Snoop has been rich for a long time.
don't know
Like
what the
since the
hell's going on.
1900s.
Yeah.
And I can see how one might get out of touch, especially when
Quickly.
you don't necessarily. And I understand it's not particularly necessarily safe to just be in the community like that. So, I mean.
It is what it is.
It's just interesting. We're seeing black men mostly doing it. And like I said, I've told you, like, I've been concerned about the amount of black men I've heard parroting right-wing talking points and distributing, like, a lot of anti-Semitism and stuff like that. Even yesterday, I need to go
Not
after
even yesterday.
Dion. I was listening to
Oh, no.
Sorry We're Canceled.
Ooh,
And he was
doing
trying
something?
to say that the
Ooh.
pharmaceutical companies were just pushing the gender affirming care to make money. So like the trans treatments and stuff like that, they're not really necessary. They're just doing that to make money. Yeah. Actually, I had to skip that part. I was so irritated. I was going to reach out to him about that because I was like, I would. Here's the thing, because they try to say that's the same argument they use for vaccines too, like the vaccine deniers. And it's like, I would take that point because pharmaceutical companies do have a history of being very, oh shit! Oh shit! I was just talking shit the other day. I was like, man. So this is the Patreon, so you can say how you really feel. This is the regular show. The world. The universe, rather. The universe. Actually, I would love to get, because we were just talking about music, and for the patrons, for people who don't know, we're here with DJ Todd, the city's favorite son. Thank you for wow. What a surprise. I was just talking shit last week, Moni, wasn't I? About how DJ Todd is so hard you never can show up to talk or whatever.
It's 17 at 95 degrees.
I saw you was turning up at the. Where was you at?
Huh?
Where was you DJing
Today? I did?
Were you DJing a brunch?
Yeah, I might have been doing a brunch.
It was the church people after brunch.
Yeah, it was all the church people I've been talking about.
Oh, that's his economic power right there.
Yeah, it was all the church people talking
Where's
about
that
head,
at?
shoulders, pants, shoes,
Shoes,
head,
head,
shoulders, pants, shoes.
Getting face,
Hey,
hair,
show-
ass, titties. That's the Glorilla one now. It's giving hair, face, ass, titties. What you know about me, man.
This show ratchet.
It really is. We were discussing that earlier. But no, we were just talking about Rick Ross and Snoop and Soulja Boy performing at the
Hated
inauguration. Give that 2 thumbs down. So I take it you wouldn't. I mean, what would be your price though if they called you up right now, like, "Hey, DJ Todd, our DJ dropped out, and we need somebody to spin at this inauguration ball tonight. What's happening?"
My price would be something like,
Donald's head on a tray,
yeah, that and
like
like
Jezebel did John the Baptist. It's like, I need that nigga's head
that
on a tray.
and like I don't want to pay any taxes, ever.
Oh, but
Like,
would you? No,
ever.
see, you got to negotiate higher, and me
And also the world.
Well, no, black
want,
people.
Huh?
We paid enough taxes. Like, get
Nah,
the.
I want no tax, and I also want to own like America. Like that would be my price. Like,
You would have to own America.
yeah,
okay.
like America. I would need America. Like everything
Just
except
take
like
it back. I'm gonna need that back.
I don't want Wyoming though. They can have everything, but I don't want Wyoming.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't like it.
They already, now that's the thing too. If you don't want to pay taxes, you should move to Wyoming
Nah.
because they don't pay taxes.
I don't know nobody up there.
Exactly. That's why nobody wants to move there. That's why they're like, hey, why don't you come here?
Everything, but yeah.
It's real flat. And I feel like it's probably haunted by all those the ghost of indigenous people that were murdered out there.
I would need most of America and then no taxes.
Most America, and then that would. I got a feeling that's not what Snoop and Rick and them are getting.
Nah, he probably got like a.
So what do you think that's
case
about?
Of St. Ives.
Because I'm trying to be compassionate, right? I feel like that they don't really, they know not what they do.
Mm-hmm. No, they know what they doing. They grown ass men. They know what the hell they doing. They just got a price.
So you're saying they have like the soul of a whore?
They got a price. Yeah,
okay,
they got a price.
They just hoes.
They always had a price. All that talk, Donald Trump. Man.
They were never saying that though. I don't feel like
Snoop Dogg did. He made a whole song about it. He was out there with what's his name?
I don't. You know music. We're the music experts.
Yeah, I've been drinking. Look, they was out there with someone Nipsey Hussle talking about Donald Trump. Snoop the main one. Now he talking about fuck Donald Trump unless he pays.
So is that we need Nip back? Is that what it is?
We need Nip back. We need Nip back immediately because this is not working out for anybody.
It's been disappointing. Can I just say? I mean, present company excluded. I've been a little disappointed in the black men lately. They've been saying a lot of things. Like there's been a lot of anti-Semitism. Have you been hearing that?
No, they being weird right now.
It's really weird, right?
I don't know. It's gonna be weird right now.
Where is that coming from?
I have no idea.
So like, cause I'm like Kevin Samuels is dead. Like, who's doing all this? Who's the mount? Is it Joe Budden? Like, who's doing all this?
He weird too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where is this like rhetoric
Somebody
coming from?
like Joe Budden though.
You look like a better looking Joe Budden.
Oh.
Like if Joe Budden hadn't done all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a weird Joe Budden. I don't get it. Nah, these dudes are being weird right now. I don't know. I have no like.
I need you to do
I
some
have no
undercover
rhyme or
work.
reason.
I need you to go like in the barbershop and be like, like where's this coming from?
Well, here's what I think it is. I think that some black men and some men in general have an issue with, like, let's go back to Kamala. I think they have an issue with women in power, especially black women being in power, right? And I think that's the issue. I don't think her policies are horrible. I mean, yeah, everyone's got issues, past they got to deal with, but she's no different than Donald Trump in his past. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, I'd say she's really different because she's never f***ed anybody.
No, she's not anybody, yeah. But I mean, as far as having something in their past, right?
Sure, but I think things are worse than others.
Well, Donald Trump's the worst of the worst.
And I don't, here's the thing that I don't like usually about people, not just men in general. If you're somebody who doesn't take care of your kids and doesn't pay people who work for you, like you don't take care of your business, to me that's always a sign of someone who like ain't shit.
That's a horrible person.
And to me that's what he's always been. But to me, even take it back further, I remember when we were children, I don't know if you remember this, but when Donald Trump was divorcing his first wife, Ivana, and like one of the things she alleged was that he her. And then there was a whole thing in the press for a while about, is it even possible to your wife? Like, is that even a real thing?
Absolutely, it's possible. And
I remember as a child, because I feel like I was 5 or 6 or something like that, I was like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can anybody. If somebody's saying no and you still going, that's just, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, what kind of contracts you have, like. And to me, ever since then, I've never liked him. Like, to me, he's always just been that dude who was like,
he's a weird dude.
He's a weird. I remember when he was doing the pageants and stuff, and
he was weird then.
The little teen pageant girls would be like, he be coming back there when we changing,
touched on and grabbing them and stuff. Yeah,
and then he talked about wanting to fuck his daughter.
We all knew that. That was really public information back then. It's just that no one bothered to do it because it was Donald Trump. And who cares? It's just Donald Trump.
Yeah,
but now
boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. And unfortunately, he's kept that same persona, that same protection around him throughout his run for the presidency twice, which is interesting because let that be me out there.
Oh, you'd have been stopped.
If I looked
back in the
at
80s.
Somebody wrong, I would have had, man, look.
I was about to say, they'd have you hemmed up from jump. You'd have just had the thought. You wouldn't have had to do anything. They'd have been like, we saw it in your eyes,
I wouldn't even made the ballot. I wouldn't even made the ballot. They're like, nah, get this guy out of here. So,
no, right up out of here.
It's definitely double standards. And
racism's bad. But let's talk about something good. What do you have coming up?
Coming up?
Mm-hmm. Because you're always doing something.
Look, it's It's like 1 degree outside. I'm in the house.
Yeah, I
For at
think
least the
Moni
next
was just asking me. She's
3
like,
to
"What's
4
coming
months.
up?" I was like, "Man,
The next 3 to 4 months, I'm in the
Yeah.
house. So if you want to book me, you got to pay me like Snoop got paid. You got to give me that inauguration money.
Or okay, I think the only thing I'm doing next weekend is I'm gonna do a drawing session. So what about you? Would you do like an art thing?
What I got to like lay naked or something? What I got to do?
You would just draw the naked person.
Who said yeah? I got to lay with a wreath around my head or something like Julius Caesar.
It's funny how you went straight to it's like I gotta get naked. It's like no,
mean,
you wouldn't have to get naked.
I'm not
you could
saying
stay fully clothed.
I wouldn't do it.
Like draw, you just have to draw a naked person.
Oh, I'm not good at drawing. I'd be a stick figure.
It doesn't. You don't have to be good.
You did a stick
Yeah.
figure? I would draw a stick figure.
You're allowed to draw a stick figure.
Yep, 2 circles with the thing, and the titties would be the little round right there. Yeah.
Here, Moni, do you want to ask
little
Todd
bush.
or DJ Todd some questions? Okay. Wanted to see if you wanted to get on the mic.
I'm trying to figure out
Well,
how
what
I
was the
ended up
last-
here.
what's the- I'm trying to figure that out too. Yeah, it was just like,
I heard it was something going on, so I can't see the hell's going on. I saw the window, so I said, fuck it.
yeah. So okay, so I'm probably gonna turn this into a reel. Do I have your consent for that?
Yeah, it'd be
All right,
real.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do a reel. So I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions, and you're gonna answer.
And I'm going to give you
honestly.
some really slow answers.
That's fine. So, what was the last book you read?
The last book I read.
Oh, actually, let me introduce because you just came in like hot. So I'm gonna let people know, listeners of Fab, this is Indie's own DJ Todd, and I'm gonna ask them some questions. What's the last book you read?
Like, honestly.
No, lie to me.
I ain't going to lie to you. I was in the Bible the other day.
You was in the Bible.
I
What
was
did you read in the Bible?
I was out Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy. What chapter of Deuteronomy?
The
'Cause
first one.
Deuteronomy was
The
wild.
first one.
Because there's like a non-zero amount of human sacrifice in Deuteronomy.
Well, I like it.
That's why you like it.
It's great.
There's a lot of action
It was
going
great.
on.
It was
Okay, so
action-packed.
what was the last book you read that you enjoyed?
Yeah, it's been so long since I read a book.
See, this is what we're here to change. Fake ass book club. We're trying to get you into some books now.
Last book I read was What Color is Your Parachute?
Oh, that sounds interesting. What was that about?
Just about life choices and stuff like that, you know.
Okay. Did it make you feel more comfortable about your life choices or feel like you need to make some different ones?
No, I still made some pretty poor life choices, but the book was good.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't have any crazy baby mamas, so you didn't do too bad.
No. We don't have none of that.
Okay. So what are some books you want to read in the future?
Oh, man, I don't know. It's a book club show.
It's a fake ass book club, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Give me some suggestions. What you got?
Oh, I'd love to give you some suggestions. Actually, are you familiar with Zora Neale Hurston?
I heard of her.
You heard of her?
Mm-hmm.
You should have. She's like famous.
Yeah.
So let's see. She's got a book, The Life of Herod the Great.
Is that about finances?
Is that important to you?
Yeah, is that about finances?
I haven't read it, so I can't be sure.
Well, open it up. Let's see what it looks like.
It's a.
It ain't in the. It's not a Kindle. What is this?
This is just a screenshot of.
I thought it
of
was. I thought it
Instagram.
was a Kindle. I thought I was gonna read an excerpt from the book. I was all ready to read an excerpt from the book and sit
that'd
back
be a
and get
violation
real,
of copyright.
and be really enlightened right now.
No. So yeah, that would be my suggestion. We're gonna be reading that in the future.
Okay, so let me know how that one is.
No, you could just read it.
I'm gonna let you read it
She's
first.
amazing. I've read all of her stuff. She's good. It's gonna be good.
Okay, I get the cliff notes.
Because she's the one who did Their Eyes Were Watching God.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Halle Berry did the movie
I
and
did
stuff like that?
So that got a movie?
This just came out.
Oh, is it gonna have a movie?
Probably.
I'm gonna watch the movie.
Yeah. Maybe you need to write the screenplay. Screenplay.
I might do that.
I'm getting. Man, I drink and I get
Screenplay.
country.
What you drinking?
Margarita.
Smell like Hennessy.
Oh God, no! You know I don't drink
You
dark
drink Hennessy.
liquor.
That's dark.
No, this is a margarita.
That's no way. That's not Hennessy.
You're calling me a liar?
No, I'm
on
just
my
saying that's
podcast. You
Hennessy.
come on my
I'm
podcast.
sorry.
You call me a liar?
I'm just looking at the colorness in the cup. I don't
What?
know.
What color does that look like to you?
Never known
What
Hennessy
kind
to
of
be that
Hennessy
color.
is that color?
White Hennessy.
Fair, but I don't drink whiskey or cognac. No,
No, they
these,
sell. No, they sell white Hennessy here now.
I'm
White Hennessy
really
is
happy
sold
for
in the
people who
United
enjoy
States
that.
right now at total. Can I say it online? Huh? In Trump's America, they sell White Hennessy.
That's fabulous, but I don't enjoy Hennessy. So this isn't Hennessy. This is a margarita.
You got some Hennessy eyes. I don't know. Like that might be white.
I don't know why you got to challenge everything.
We'll agree. We'll agree to disagree.
What have you been drinking on?
Hennessy.
Okay. You're like, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, that explains it. So you're projecting. Yeah, like when we have you on the real show, like on an actual episode of Fake Ass Book Club, what do you want to talk about? Because it doesn't have to be a book. It's a Fake Ass Book Club. We're actually reviewing a comedy special next week. So like if there's something, like what have you been watching you want to talk about and you haven't had anybody to talk about it with?
Star Wars.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Talk about Star Wars.
Skeleton Crew?
Absolutely.
I would watch.
No. Rebels and Clone Wars.
Okay.
Clone Wars were hard. Clone Wars was crazy.
Hard to watch.
What? You know what? You know what? Spoken like
I don't want to disparage your
Star Trek
choices.
fan.
I made you vulnerable and then I made fun of your choice. That wasn't cool.
Like a true Star Trek
I
fan.
love Star Trek, but I also love Star Wars.
Yeah, no, you don't. If you don't like Clone Wars, you don't like Star Wars. I'm sorry.
I just feel like
We'll talk about something else. We can talk about, I don't know,
Well, I was excited about. Have you watched Skeleton
redwood
Crew?
trees, huh?
Have you watched Skeleton Crew?
Mm-hmm.
Well, oh, you weren't excited about it? It was just meh. Okay, I like Jude Law, so no.
Jude Law's not. The question was,
He's not fine to you?
Is Jude Law fine to me? Mm-hmm. You know, if this was an episode of Men on Books,
Welcome to Men
I guess,
on
then I
Books.
guess, but no, this is an episode of Men on
It's
Books, so
raining
I cannot
men.
say I'm attracted to a Jude Law.
Okay, Jude Law is he's a very good actor.
But no shade to the men who are attracted to Jude Law. Do you?
I imagine there's a lot of them because he's
Yeah.
he seems like the kind of men that gay men like. He's real clean cut, like he's got that. Yeah, he played a really good Pope. That was a good show, The Young Pope, and he played like the youngest Pope ever.
Yeah,
It was good.
I'm gonna check out of the Jude Law.
All right, I
conversation.
would be willing to review Clone Wars.
All right, we'll review Clone Wars. Yes, on the show that you're on, reviewing Clone Wars.
I'm no, thank you. No, thank you. They can take over. I'm not doing it.
Wow. Okay, so you have to pick something else so that it can be an
Unbelievable.
episode all three
You
of us
could be
can
a
part
Shoka,
of.
huh?
It has to be an episode. But I want to. People like the show better when we're both on
We
it.
talk about Star Wars. Viewers are gonna go to the moon.
That's true. Remember when we did Harley Quinn? That was like our highest view episode.
To the moon. The fact that we said Star Wars, it just went
Already
up.
went
Just
up
went
the
up.
algorithm.
Was this like what?
And actually, Clone Wars, it's not the worst. You're talking about the movie, not the series,
Talking
right?
about the series. What is happening?
That's a lot of hours you're asking of us. A movie is just like 2 hours.
The movie was like the setup for the animation show.
What about, is there a graphic novel about it we could read?
Oh.
No, that's even worse.
Actually, let's add that to the book club. Let's add some Star Wars. Then I'll jump in. We could do that all day long.
Okay. Boom. Actually, where's your phone?
I don't know.
Yes, put that on the books because that would be perfect if we. Yes.
So we're gonna do the question was, should we do the Star Wars book read on May the 4th?
I don't know if it's gonna fall on Wednesday, but whatever's closest to we can do it.
So, all right, we can do Star Wars on May the 4th. So everybody out there, we're doing Star Wars book club on May the 4th.
Hold on, let me find out when May the 4th
It
is.
doesn't matter when May the 4th is.
Yes,
It's
it
happening.
does.
It does not matter because it's
Ooh,
happening.
Okay, so it looks like we could record on May the 4th because it's a Sunday.
No, Sunday's the best day to do May the 4th. Let's do it. We're going to do
And then right after that is
book
Cinco
read.
de Mayo. You
Yeah,
probably
so I need
working.
everybody out there to get your Star Wars comic books out, your novels, and we're going to read.
Or watch,
Star
because
Wars.
here's the thing. I try to be respectful to my podcasting partner. She does not like comic books or graphic novels. That's not her jam. So
What's she like?
Movies, she'll watch a movie. I
Like
think like if we did a Star Wars
Tyler
movie.
Perry.
Don't
She
do
like Tyler
that. Don't
Perry,
do that.
Crips and
Don't do that.
Why she lunging at what I say something wrong?
Because you were being disrespectful. You were being intentionally
I'm just
disrespectful.
asking. I just gotta know the vibe. I gotta check the vibe. I've never been here
Okay.
before.
Yeah. Hop on. Pop.
You can hear this because you know my grandma's scooch.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We were supposed to be playing a.
Okay. So yeah, I was doing my grandma's nails yesterday, and we were talking about like black funerals and how crazy they can be. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I've been at funerals where like they're basically lifting the body out of the casket." And I was like, "Have you seen Tyler Perry's Divorce in Black?" Now, I only watched maybe the first 10, 15 minutes of this movie.
That's all you need.
And I know it wasn't supposed to be funny, but
Hilarious.
it was crazy.
I was crying.
So I was like,
I watched it with my
Gigi,
children, and I was
did
just
you?
like, yes.
I was like, you gotta watch it. I said, I can't vouch for how the movie is, but you need to like watch it so you can see it. And so she ends up calling me back, and she was like, so I'm watching this. She said, I'm on episode 3. I'm like, that's not. I said, it's not episodic. Like it's a movie. It's like 2 hours and 2 minutes, and it's like Megan Good. She didn't know who she was. So I'm like, are you on Netflix? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, no, it's on Prime. And she was in Beauty in Black. Have y'all heard about this Tyler Perry situation? First of all, she was like, she saw booty cheeks. She saw man-on-man penetration.
Oh.
She was like,
Oh no.
And she
I know she
couldn't-
was like, what does Moni have me watching?
I felt so bad. I'm like, Gigi, that's not what I had for you in mind.
do
It was
remember
a festive, pull old dead man's body out the thing and throw it in the back of the truck, boy. It wasn't.
Get the
Like
body.
a good old Diddy party. The baby oil.
We've done nothing but try to help you. Oh,
It all seemed consensual, though. I don't think any of it was, but I was like, Gigi, that's not what I thought. Beauty in Black.
Yeah. Let me go
It's
check
a series,
Let
so
me write that down.
apparently Tyler Perry has a series, Booty Cheeks. She
He's
said there
got
were
a
men
nice
ones.
little deal with Netflix, man, because he's been pumping them
Pumping
out. Did you see
them
that
out.
girl, the woman military movie he had out, the
this-
888 or something like that?
Yes.
That was good, actually.
Yeah. I'm about to check
Okay,
it out.
I'm gonna counter that narrative. I watched it and did not care for it.
What?
To me,
With Kerry Washington in it?
it was.
Thank you for saving me the time.
Really?
It doesn't mean you won't enjoy it, and the fact that it's not ultimately enjoyable. But
I'm gonna give you this.
for one, you have to have Kerry Washington with a country accent the whole time, and then she's giving out like all these. It was melodramatic to me, and it also felt like military propaganda. It's just like I know for a lot of people, like the military has been an honorable way to serve and stuff, but ultimately at the end of the day, just like talking about this book, like you're giving up your life for this country that does not care about you.
Right, 0 fucks, guys.
Yeah, and it's and doing you dirty. Like a bunch of it is just them trying to keep their dignity in the face of all these terrible ass white military people. Right. So, and to be fair, it was on at the shop, so I wasn't just sitting and watching it. It was just in the background, but what I saw, I did not enjoy.
Wow. So what you heard Kat say basically is that she doesn't support our military or black women. That's what I heard.
Kat doesn't support the troops.
Wow.
No, I support the troops so much that I don't think we should be sending them like to other countries to support American imperialism.
How are they troops then? Like, hello.
We could have like a Peace Corps and just pay for their school
Peace
anyway.
Corps.
It's not the same.
I don't want to be protected by the Peace Corps.
Not protected. Like, here's the thing: if we don't start shit, won't be shit. So we wouldn't need all this protection if we weren't like
We don't
constantly hitting the hornet's
We don't start
nest.
everything. Some
We
of the
don't
stuff we
start.
just jump in.
We start enough
as
stuff.
a good opportunity
That's
to
like
get what we need.
okay.
What we want.
These are
What we
good
want.
conversations and they need to be had. I'm just saying like how I kind of feel about it. I feel like our military industrial complex, like
There's some
those
problems.
dollars could be spent better. I would rather spend that money on just like
Books.
paying for people to go to school.
We're housing people.
Yeah, or housing people. Oh, actually, that was good news. Did you see that they built like some permanent residences for homeless people, like on Washington?
I heard that they were trying to.
It opened.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, like to me, that's a good, like if I'm being taxed, that's where I would like to see my tax
Yeah,
dollars
you're not
go.
sad about it.
Because to me, I feel safer when people are housed, because unhoused people, I wouldn't be safe if I was unhoused. I ain't got nothing
Well,
to
I'm coming
lose.
after your stuff. Like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Coming
find
in
what you
your house,
got.
I don't have a
Yeah,
house.
hide your
I'm
kids, hide your
coming in
wife,
your
all
house.
that, all that.
Whenever I
I'm
get
much
ready, I'm coming in your house.
nicer
Yeah.
when I'm fed and
You're like a
warm.
zombie out here
I
right
think
now.
everybody can attest to that. Like,
Yeah.
Fast, but I'm about to go upstairs.
okay, there we go.
Listen, get
I
on
feel
there.
like you should just.
Listen, get on there and watch it, y'all. Y'all tell me if y'all watched it. Let me know. I don't know.
I'm about
I
to
haven't
watch
seen
it right now.
Okay, well, listen. All right, well,
This is
DJ
great.
Todd.
Thank
I'm gonna
you. This is
watch it.
best Patreon episode ever.
Thank you. Watch Booty in Black.
Yeah, that's what it is. Booty and
Booty in
That's
black.
exactly
I
what
think
it
it's
is.
beauty in black. But thank you.
know.
Looking forward to May the 4th.
Put it on your calendar, friend. It's a Sunday.
Let's go.
It's a Sunday.
We'll remind you.
They're getting
I
ready
don't
to play
think he's
chess
gonna
right now.
remember to do it.
Yeah, I'll text them right
Okay. It's like, sir.
Sunday, May
or
the
send him a
4th.
calendar invite.
now. Ooh, you can. Are you on it?
I don't have. Oh, I do have his number.
Do you
It's like, I
Todd's
don't have
number?
that number. But
DJ
yes, I do.
Todd.
I will send him. Okay. I'm gonna just say noon
Okay,
for now.
that's perfect. I can't believe he wants to talk about Star Wars. What the fuck, DJ Todd? God damn it. We got double nerd duty. I'm so sick of it.
And my whole thing is like, I
Goddamn
wouldn't
nerd.
mind rewatching the Clone Wars. I didn't want to watch because I feel like Clone Wars. I don't even
I'm not
think that's
watching
live
any of it.
action.
I'll be there. I don't give a damn. I'm not watching that shit.
I'm not gonna-
Body cam footage has been released showing a different angle from the night of Meg Thee Stallion. Says she was shot by Tory Lanez. Oh God, why are we so fucking talking about?
Because it's so fun.
I mean, even if she did step on glass, bitch, did y'all see the X-ray? She has shrapnel in her feet, so it don't make no goddamn difference.
And there was also,
I'm not looking at that.
but that's what she said to the cops to get them to go away.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like, nice try, guys.
I'm sick of it. Goddamn sick of it. You know, Todd comes over here every Christmas and brings my baby's presents every year. He always calls
I
me.
still have your kids'
and
Christmas presents.
They don't need anything.
It's books.
Oh, okay. Because he was like, send me a picture with Maya once. So he got her Squishmallow that she wanted.
Oh, those were on the
avocado one.
couch. Those were-
Yeah, the lemon one I got her, but I was like, the avocado one wasn't out when I was shopping, so he bought it online for her. But it's so sweet. He always gets them stuff every single time he comes over. Every Christmas, falls asleep on my couch like you do. And it's so nice.
Solid fellow, man.
Yeah.
What a solid fellow. But yeah, Dave Chappelle, he's been sort
Oh.
of branded a transphobe.
Okay.
And I think it's a combination of things.
Okay,
because
detail.
I will concede he's made jokes about trans people. But
And like made jokes, and then like after he was told like you shouldn't be making jokes, kept, you know what I'm saying? Like he pushes the envelope of it.
because he's kind of like,
keeps going. I'm gonna talk about whoever I want.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like, so who can't, because it's a slippery slope, because it's like, I talk about everybody. And so I think I have to remember there are some people who don't enjoy comedy.
Oh God, yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
So for those people, it just seems cruel. Like if you don't understand like the premise, because I
Of
don't think
pain and comedy being the
same
thing.
thing, like tragedy. So I don't think in any way he's mitigating trans people's struggle. I feel like he went out of his way of saying like, I don't want to push back the rights on anybody, and he's like, I don't even want him to think I don't like them. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah,
like
that's
this
what I'm
is
doing. This
Just
is my
like when
job.
he's talking about bitches.
I'm a
Talks
whole
about
clown.
bitches a lot.
Listen, he was the one who had that joke. One of his first jokes that I remember was about women feeling some kind of way about being called hoes or whores or whatever.
How they dress.
Based on how they dress. And he was like, but he was like, that would be like a police officer being out, like somebody in public in a policeman's outfit. And I'm like, and asking for help. And I'm like, oh no, I'm just wearing the outfit.
Yeah, why
And
you don't, just because I'm
wearing the
this
outfit doesn't
mean
and
I'm a
he's
policeman
like,
so don't be surprised if someone confuses you for a hoe.
yes, and that'd be the kind of
'Cause you got her
shit that my
uniform on.
husband be on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of
And I mean,
there's a point.
There's
points.
a point
There's
there
points.
because it's a visual communication you're doing here. And I think when
But after
people-
I've communicated to you that, like, no, I just love the aesthetic, then you got to back down. You
But
feel
it's
me?
like you
but
can-
you can't be mad if
but
somebody
it's like
approaches
I'm
you
just
like
telling
that.
you, like, I'm not approaching you that way. This is a whole.
This is
wor-
the thing.
You can
though.
carpet the world, or you can put on slippers.
Yeah.
Like there's this idea of you. Yes, there is what you should expect, because I feel like I should be able to go out at any time of night and be safe. I can't.
No.
That's just not realistic. And if I move like that, I can get hurt.
Yeah.
Like real bad. And so my personal hypothesis is that Dave Chappelle isn't being punished for criticizing trans people. He's being punished for criticizing white people. Because in his stand-up, to me, he's making the point that if the police are called, they're not shooting the trans person, they're shooting him.
Right.
So this is very true when you get into the realm of white feminism, and a lot of times what ends up being white-led ligga-bigga-tigga issues, there's a very strong undercurrent of white supremacy,
Of course.
because it's what we're all bathed in. So I kind of understand where he takes umbrage in being told you need to be less transphobic, while no one has open ears to hear you need to be less white supremacist.
Right.
And it's like, you want me to have this energy that you don't even have yourself for self-examination. Where it's like, because quite honestly, Dave Chappelle is very liberal for a 55-year-old Muslim.
Black man too. Yeah.
Muslim.
Okay.
Like, keep in mind, this dude is a
Is he Muslim?
Yes. He's not a good one, but he's
Oh, but he is one. Oh shit.
he's been very
Didn't even know. God damn.
he's a smoking,
Secret Muslim.
drinking Muslim.
Probably be eating, what are them crunchy, the pigskins?
cracklings.
Yeah, crackling.
Yeah. Like I said, but I feel like in general, because it's just something I've noticed that comedians and entertainers who are openly critical of white supremacist structures tend to get canceled.
They do.
And but it's never because of that. Like, they have said outspoken things against white supremacy, but they're never
They
canceled
find the side.
for that. They find
inner-
something
yeah,
else
they find
to
it out.
say.
It's like, no, it's not that.
Because it's like, I mean, to me, an example of a transphobe would be Donald Trump. Like, that is someone who's very, like, I don't see Dave Chappelle trying to block, like I said, like, gender affirming care.
He doesn't even have the power.
Well, he doesn't have the power to directly do it,
yeah,
but indirectly, if
right.
he came
You
out to
can-
be
you
like,
could
I don't
add
think
to the
y'all
the
should be,
narrative.
because right now the whole thing is like, oh, they shouldn't be playing sports. It's like,
I'm gonna be honest, that I don't have a really strong opinion on, because I do feel like if you are, it's true. What I'll say is I don't know enough about it, I guess, because it's just like, yeah, if there was somebody, because here's the scenario that they always kind of like say. It's like, well, what if you have this person who is purposely saying, well, I'm a woman and I'm
Like
doing this
Joanna
stuff
Man?
to do, yeah.
The plot to Joanna
or
Man.
Ladybug. You know what I'm saying? Do you
never
remember
saw
that? It was
Ladybug.
Rodney
That-
Dangerfield and bitch, yes, I'm bringing you back. Yeah. And
I
Jack
get no
A.
respect.
Those two clowns. And then it was like a white guy who played really great soccer, and they had him dressing up with a wig and was like on a female soccer team to help. Like, yeah, that's fucking wrong. That's not fair. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No one is
if it's-
advocating that.
So if it's that, then yeah, I'm against that. But I don't know that. I think that the situation is very nuanced.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to say, like, I don't know every scenario where this is, because we have in a situation where you have actual, females who were born females who
Cisgender.
cisgender females who are maybe have higher testosterone levels, and they're competing, and then they get all of this backlash. We saw that in the Olympics this year. We saw that with, track and field and stuff like that. And so it's like, show me your genitals, show me your paperwork,
There's
show
just
me
a
your. It's
lot
like,
of- here's the thing, there's a lot of
crazy
genetic
too.
diversity.
It is, and I don't. And again, like, education would be the
Yeah.
forefront of where we need to be in those conversations, because
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I am not educated enough in that very specific realm of like hormones and gender and all that stuff.
Yeah, gene
we don't
expression.
learn about. We don't learn about that, but I know it exists.
I think a good example would be like right now, because my daughter does sports.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I found out on the competing team there was a trans girl on the competing team, like, would I be upset about that? And I'm pretty
Is
sure
she
the
beating my daughter or
answer-
not?
Right. Like, I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Because here's the other thing. She pointed out the other day in gym, she's beating the boys, like, in running. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember
it's-
loving that. I used to too.
Yes, because she was talking
I'm
about how she
smoking
wasn't
you.
even really trying to like try all that hard, but then she noticed one of the boys was trying to pull
It's
up
like, oh, I'm
so
about
he
to
didn't get
smoke
beat
that
by
ass.
you. So
Yeah.
she was like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and turn
Yeah.
up. All that kind of stuff. So
I love
at
that.
the end of the day, I think a lot of, like I said, because it's complicated. So it's kind of like, well, did you start transitioning before or after puberty?
Yeah.
You know, like,
I
because
think it
that
matters.
matters.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. But like at this age right now, if there's a trans girl on the other team, I don't think I would really care. Because
Okay.
actually, sometimes I feel like, are there boys on the team? Sometimes I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like,
I don't know.
this is it's touchy, but at the end of the day, I'm still a Dave Chappelle fan. Like every person on the
him too.
planet, I don't agree with everything he says.
That part.
He is childish. Like,
yeah,
of course,
but
like,
I like that about him. I am too.
yes, and for the people who don't like his jokes, he's so easy to avoid.
Yeah, you don't have to look at him.
You don't.
Yeah,
you
for sure.
don't. And like I said, there's so many more things to be offended by right now in our culture on people who are still acceptable. Mel
Let's go.
Gibson, for one. Moni, do you remember when leaked footage of Mel Gibson cussing out his ex-wife came
And
out?
all of his anti-Semitic rants. That's what I remember the most. But I don't remember
what stood
specifically.
out to me was him telling her that he hopes she gets raped by a pack of niggers.
A pack? Do they?
Let
are
me
they?
see if I can find it.
Oh my God! No, I would have remembered
And
that.
then
I don't
he
remember
just
that.
made a movie with Will Ferrell not too long ago.
But please hold, because President Trump just said that he wants an honorary Hollywood sort of group that includes Mel Gibson, John Voight, and another person, and he just put it on X or whatever, on Twitter, and he was like, his response was, well, does it come with a residency? Because I guess one of his houses or his house burned up out in California or whatever.
Oh, here it is. I'm sorry, I misquoted. It was, quote, and if you get raped by a pack of niggers, it will be your fault, end quote. Sorry, listeners. I hate to give
Because
out
there's
bad
just
information.
packs of niggers out here waiting. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, he's the worst. But that's what he wants to be, a Hollywood ambassador for our country.
Right. But
That
like
guy.
Dave Chappelle's the problem.
He's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Listen.
Okay.
Points were made.
He gave,
I
and
already
once
done-
again,
I
I'm
already
looking
like
forward
him.
to watching his monologue or his
I can't
SNL.
wait.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
Keith and I will probably watch it later
Yeah,
tonight. So that'll be
he's
great.
masterful. Of course, he's smoking the whole damn time.
Yeah, I love that.
Bless his heart.
Okay,
All
well,
right,
so
we
then
gotta
we
start for real.
We do for real because
Okay,
now it's
it's late.
4:39.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
God.
yeah, it's
Okay,
late, it's late.
So I'm gonna set a timer for an hour because this is one of those episodes that we'll take our sweet time on because there's so much. It's such a meaty discussion.
So
and,
good.
she
But that was
just did a
fun
great job.
seeing DJ
DJ
Todd
Tizzle for shizzle.
in the hizzle.
All right, so we're gonna do.
Oh, and I did actually get an expert about our Arthur from her
Oh,
website.
Is that her?
Yeah,
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's
I
adorable.
want to talk to her.
she's adorable.
She was on NPR and stuff. Remember,
Of
she
course
said
she
it in the
was.
book.
There she is.
Oh, I love her.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again, and until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.